Today we're going to be looking at 7 memes that destroy atheism.
Wow, okay, I didn't realize that memes could do that, but apparently I was wrong. Also, I want to point out that this guy, with as silly a video concept as he has going on here, still managed to actually be in front of a real bookshelf with physical books. So he beats old David Wood in the not being completely ridiculous contest. Although, I am sure by the end of the video it will have balanced out a bit.
And here's the first one. Illogical atheists think they can believe both simultaneously.
Damn, in quick with proving me right there, buddy. Thanks. There's just so much wrong with this. My God, doesn't exist where to even start. You know what? You read it out and then I'll let you know why this has so many layers of idiotic bullshit wrapped up into a dumbass burrito.
They can believe I can be moral without God, therefore both morality and sin exists.
Well, we'll start there. Why did you feel the need to throw sin in? Dude, sin, that's like your thing. Sin and morality are not contingent. Morality exists as a concept in all sorts of philosophies and religions that have nothing to do with the Bible. So thinking you can be moral does not mean sin exists.
And sin doesn't exist if you don't believe in God, therefore neither sin nor morality exists.
And that's just the same point turned around badly and made even stupider. And onto if sin technically being your guys' thing, there could be a sort of sin-like thing that your lot are describing that you have simply misattributed to your god, but actually has nothing to do with him and exists in the universe all on its own, without the need for your god. Now, I don't think that's the case, but it does go to show how hard this meme fails to say anything that makes any goddamn sense.
This meme is very self-explanatory.
No, you see, you got confused with the self things. What you mean is that it's self-defeating because it fails to understand that there are other ways of thinking about the world. Your ideology is not the only way to think about things. Seriously, I thought this video might have been a joke until you actually started trying to defend this shit. Damn.
Either God and morality exists, or God and morality do not exist.
See, that's weird. Even you left the sin out from that. Don't you find that a bit strange? It's almost like you know that it breaks your argument's attempt at a point entirely. But of course morality exists without your god, or any god. It's a thing that people do. It's a thing people did before any of the gods that we currently know about, and probably before gods at all. Christianity did not invent it. Its followers just like to pretend that it did. Not the same thing. There's loads of things that I can pretend I invented, like whiskey. Does that make it so? Yes, obviously.
But often, atheists make up their own morality based on their own opinions to suit their own agenda.
What? How do you think Christian morality came to be? It was people creating their own morality based on their own opinions in order to suit their own agenda, and then pretend that God did it. And worse still, your ultimate point is basically a poor attempt at know you. This is hilarious.
Number 2. The amount of Bible the atheist reads in order to refute the Bible.
Wow, we really are just going from bad to worse, aren't we? We started with stupid and now we're just going right into straw man territory, aren't we? Like seriously, the sheer unadulterated arrogance needed to say this without immediately laughing, waving your hands and saying, no, I was just kidding, let's move on, is simply amazing.
Now, many atheists do read the Bible.
Oh shit, he did the only kidding part. I was fucking joking, mate. Seriously. Then what the fuck is the point of this? You said it destroys atheism, and while it actually wouldn't, even if it was true, the fact that it's not even true by your own admission makes me wonder, what the hell are you drinking, and can I have some, please?
But unfortunately, they misinterpret the Bible.
Oh, and he brings it back around again. They do actually read it, they're just big dumb. You see, my interpretation is the right one. The only way to understand the Bible is to come away with the conclusion that God is real, and the Bible is not a bunch of nonsense written by people who didn't understand how the world works, thus consistently failed to describe it accurately, even though that's what they did. Cool.
They need something called a biblical hermeneutics course.
So as I understand it, biblical humdy-dumdy-dum is all about interpreting the books of the Bible quote-unquote correctly. Which sounds great, but considering that you're bringing this up as some sort of ultimate authority on understanding the Bible, the fact that many people, Christians included, don't think that it is, demonstrates your complete inability to understand that other people might think differently from you again. Shonk.
And hey, I have a good book for you. How to Read the Bible for All It's Worth by Gordon Fee and Douglas Stewart.
I hope you aren't getting kickbacks from that shit, because that's kind of skeevy. And not just the selling things, that's actually fine. Never done it myself, but sponsorships and the like are fine. But selling a book because otherwise you don't get to argue with me ever just sounds like a bit of a piss take, I'm not gonna lie.
But many atheists do not read the Bible, and then they cut and paste Bible verses out of context. They never seek to understand it, and then they seek to refute it without a proper understanding of the Bible.
Actually, I think what you'll find tends to happen is that Crimsbobs will present those quotes as they prove some nonsensical, arbitrary, and probably kind of fucked up point. And then using what was provided by them, the atheists come along, will say, no, that's garbage, to which people like you will pretend it's the atheist's fault that it's out of context. Although the out of context itself, it rarely helps, since it often ends up being, this is true because God said so, missing the point that he's not fucking real.
Number 3, Richard Dawkins. I studied biology, therefore I write books against religion and theology.
So what? I don't get how this is supposed to be anything. You know, people can know more than one thing. They can have more than one interest, right? I mean, the amount of Crimsbobs who have absolutely and obviously studied no science whatsoever, but they think they can refute any science that disagrees with their book, usually using the book and ignoring the, science bit of it with its whole reality thing. And that is part of your problem. There's the whole reality that your book doesn't account for, gets wrong a lot, and regardless of what you want to say, no, it's about interpretation, who cares if those interpretation ignores, reality?
An atheist would be very quick to tell me that I cannot speak authoritatively on science because I don't have any degrees or any study in the area of science.
Oh, fucking hell, you are so bad at this. I was about to give you actually, you could talk authoritatively enough on science without a degree. I mean, you probably shouldn't, but if you understand how to cite the science, then explaining what it says really is not a problem. But then you say you haven't studied it at all. And now we know, well, yeah, this dipshit doesn't know anything about science. You wouldn't come to a discussion saying you don't know anything about science at all and then expect people to listen, or at least you shouldn't do that. But I would bet dollars to donuts that Dawkins probably has studied some amount of religious thought and other shit about the Bible. Now, is that the right stuff according to you? Probably not, but that's not the same as having done nothing, as you say, about your science knowledge. It's just not the same thing.
But that works both ways. If you wish to lecture me on religion or Christianity, then therefore you must have a degree in religion or Christianity.
I'm pretty sure no one is lecturing you on it per se. Well, certainly not here, and most likely not in most places. But if you say something stupid that is obviously stupid, I don't care if you have a million fucking degrees in theology or whatever else. I'm going to point out how and why it's stupid. Although I can't imagine you have anything other than an advanced degree in the Bible is true because the Bible says the Bible is true fucking theology.
But many people want to lecture me anyways about how my religion or my Christianity is wrong.
Well then, maybe you need to stop being wrong all the time. Have you ever considered doing that? No, of course not. Why would you? You've got apologetics to be doing.
Number 4. Not 100% sure God doesn't exist, but that's all the proof I need. That is atheism.
Wait, do you base all your beliefs on some scale of 0 or 100% assuredness? What the fuck kind of way is that of doing anything? Not to mention, the only people I have ever met that are 100% sure of basically fucking anything with no possible chance that they could be wrong are what I like to call massive fucking idiots. Full confidence is at the peak of Mount Stupid, where the near lowest possible mastery sits, for a damn good reason.
This one's a little bit funny. Even Bill Maher and Penn Jillette say they believe in the religion of I don't know, as we see here.
That means open, and in religious, by the way, I don't say there is no God. I say I preach the gospel of I don't know. I don't think there is.
The most important 3 words in science. I don't know.
Oh, God damn it. You really are one of them, aren't you? If you don't know, then why won't you believe my bullshit? That's not how this works, fuckwit. An admission of not being fucking omniscient isn't an invitation for you to barge in the room going, well, I do, and then act surprised when instead of simply accepting the things you say, as you seem to be claiming that you know as much as your God that doesn't exist, which ironically is true, they then make fun of you for being so overconfident in your idiotic opinions. And you simply can't even fathom saying the words, I don't know, or I'm not sure, and what have you. There is no arrogance like that of the unimaginably stupid.
Many atheists claim that they cannot know anything 100%. Except that the Christian God doesn't exist.
They will actually say they don't know, but they find it as unlikely as anything else. There's a bad habit that you have there of strawmanning things you don't understand. You should get it looked at, as long as maybe you buy something else to fit in that cavernous void where your brain is supposed to be to boot.
And here we see an inconsistency. I can't really know everything. I don't really know. I believe in the religion of I don't know. I absolutely do know that Jesus is not real, that he did not exist, that he did not rise from the dead.
Dude, just because I don't know for absolute fact that there isn't a giant mole tunneling under my house that feeds on the bones of all the humans that I have buried in the back garden, allegedly, doesn't mean I can't be fairly certain that there probably isn't one, despite the protestation of my neighbour, who totally saw one that time and wasn't confusing the local bus service for a gigantic blind tunneling mammal.
Number 5, mad at God? You know, the one that doesn't exist?
Oh, fuck off. God damn. This is the guy that wanted to claim that because we didn't think about things the way other people told him he should, because it would totally make him right all the time. He thinks he gets to tell us how we think. I don't know any fucking atheists that are mad at God. The institutions that claim to speak for him. The people who do shitty things whilst claiming it's okay because their God says so. You know, the humans who say God real, therefore I can do whatever the fuck I want seemingly. Yeah, lots of people are mad at them, but that's not the same thing as being mad at something that doesn't exist as if it does. And if you are too stupid to understand that distinction, I'm pretty sure that is a you problem, not anyone else's.
I have no idea why many atheists spend so much time trying to refute Christianity,
Refuting something that is wrong has literally nothing to do with being mad at any of its premises.
Make Christians look bad.
Wait. Does that mean you're mad at God? Well, then why are you trying to make Christians look so bad with this terrible list of stupid memes? Because, yeah, we don't have to make you guys look bad. You are all perfectly capable of doing it yourselves. I mean, there are plenty of Christians who are capable of not making themselves look bad, but it seems like you're just working extra hard to make up for their slacking off.
They claim God doesn't exist, but they spend all this time trying to refute the existence of God.
Yeah, I don't know why we would do that. It's not like multiple individuals and institutions seek power and try to affect the world based on things that we think are really fucking dumb. We must be doing it for no reason. I mean, what is wrong with refuting something just because you think that it's wrong? You're trying to do the same with atheism, but apparently hypocrisy is only ever wrong when those guys over there are doing it, eh?
Number 6, to be an atheist, I would have to believe Nothing produces everything. Non-life produces life. Randomness produces precision. Chaos produces order. I simply do not have that much faith.
Hey, remember the bit where he said he didn't know dick all about science? Yeah, we can tell. None of those things accurately describe any coherent scientific worldview. God damn it, you are bad at this.
They embrace the claims of atheism.
Atheism makes literally zero claims. The only thing it means to be an atheist is that the individual does not believe in God, which is just a fact about a person, not a claim about reality, you doofus.
And if you did, you would have to have a very big faith, as you see there. They claim, though, that they believe in science.
Actually, to be an atheist, you don't have to believe in science. You don't have to believe anything. Again, it's just a fact about a person. Now, many atheists do understand and accept much of science, but that's not really the same as believing in it. The same way you believe in complete and total nonsense.
Well, what does looking at scientists say about all this belief in God? Well, there was many surveys that have been out on this. Here's one where more scientists believe in a higher power or a God than those that are flat out atheists.
Are you fucking serious? Holy shit. As usual, I was just being a dick when I called you stupid, but if you can't see how this does not present the point that you think it does, that is just fucking amazing, dude. The scientists clearly and overwhelmingly don't believe in God compared to the people who aren't scientists on this thing that you shared. I said you were bad at this, but clearly I was wrong. You're fucking terrible at this. Fuck me.
Here's another one. Between 1901 and 2000, 90% of people who won the Nobel Prize believed in a God.
So fucking what? I mean, for starts, Nobel Prizes are more than just science. There's a bunch of them that do other things. And second, just because someone believes in God and is good at science, that doesn't make them right about the existence of God. Science doesn't really confront the idea of God because God is unfalsifiable. It is an unscientific idea. So their opinions on it are kind of who gives a shit.
But the other reality that atheists do not understand is that most scientists believe in God.
Dude, you're as bad at maths as you are at science. Your own evidence proves you wrong. 2/3 of scientists, according to you, do not believe in God. Wow, the constant failures of this fucking guy.
And our final one.
Oh, thank God doesn't exist. I'm not even going to look, and you don't get to see either. I am just going to let him say this out loud, and then we will see if he can bring back a little dignity to himself at the end here. Although, I wouldn't fucking count on it.
Atheists don't believe in the Bible because it was written by man. Tell me again who wrote all their textbooks.
Oh, dumbass. The problem isn't that it was written by men. The problem is that it is claimed to be written or at least inspired by God. Come back to me when you can show us a science textbook that anybody believes was written by an omniscient skyman, and I will show you an idiot because I'll have a mirror and it will be pointed at your fucking face.
Wait, before you go, I have something super important to tell you. It's life or death. It will change everything forever. Nope. Wait, it's gone. Oh well, probably wasn't important. But while I have you, don't forget to comment, subscribe and notify. And if you want more of my smexy voice, check out Mrs. Six's channel Spoonstaff Stories, where I narrate and voice all the videos, and she does the work. And if you want to support the channel, check out the merch store for cool t-shirts, or check out Patreon, memberships and PayPal to support directly. Finally, follow me on the medias of social to get completely pointless guff and to keep up on the latest releases. Oh, I just remembered what I was going to tell you. Whatever you do, don't touch the